Hi guys, thanks for joining me on this evening's or day, afternoon, whatever, 6 degrees separation chat. Tonight we have Linda Mason. I first met Linda, goodness gracious, when I maybe was, she'll correct me, 7, let's say. She is woven all throughout the industry and industries. I knew her, as I said, many, many years ago. So, of course, she was only a couple of years older than I was. I don't want to date her. But she was very near and dear to me, to my family. I lost touch with her for quite some time. I fell back into touch with her, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe a few years ago, or several years ago. Again, probably through Facebook. And she was working in production, producing, I think, commercial television at the time, but she's also an amazing photographer on both ends of the spectrum in terms of photography in Los Angeles. And she developed a line that I'm going to have her tell you about, which is so similar to something that my mother did, but when she was a casting director. She also had a business that did not do nearly as well as Linda's. So I want to find out about that venture too. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be super duper deep diving, catching up, because like I said, don't tell her, or whatever. She's going to see this. Hi, Linda. I was very, very young, and she was very young too, but she was of age, and we were very tight. She turned me on to David Bowie too. Anyway, so let me, as usual, on 6 degrees separation chats, give this person a call. I have actually not heard Linda's voice. I think I saw her at an estate sale once, like, good God, 25 years ago or something. So anyway, here we go. It's going to be a trip. I don't even, this is, okay, here we go. Linda, my Linda. Ooh. We're through the gate.
Hello.
Linda,
Oh my God, finally.
I can't, wow, hearing your voice, Linda, whoa. Whoa.
Sean, where are you? Are you liking it there?
In Arizona, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a relaxed lifestyle, of course, which is, something we welcome right now. It's
Really?
compared to you, I mean, maybe what you're used to, although I also want to touch on that real quick later on in terms of traveling. But yeah, I mean, it's been good to us. It's been good to us.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I saw you just before you were moving.
Yes. At what now? Was it not? Where?
Aroma. We went to
Aroma.
Aroma.
I'm sorry, guys. It was, yes, that's right. We did. That's right. I spaced a little bit. I thought that I mixed up, I saw you at like an estate. Was it an estate sale? Oh, goodness, like 20 years
God,
ago.
that was way
Yeah,
before that.
way.
Yeah, that's right.
You were working as a producer then, weren't you?
Yep.
Were
Yeah,
you,
I was.
were you in?
And then I had enough. Well,
Yeah.
then I had a baby. That's what it was.
Yes, congratulations. Way, 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 way late.
Like 35 years.
Like, how old is your child?
35. Isn't that amazing?
Oh my God, you are kidding me.
No.
Linda, you're not
Like
older.
as old as you.
Oh yeah, right. 59? No. You were older than me when I was 7, but not that much older. Just a few years.
Oh, man, I know, it's crazy.
That's awesome. So you were working was it commercial television or?
Yeah, I did a little bit of everything, but mainly commercials and videos.
Oh, and you're still involved with it? Yes.
No.
Oh no. Okay, that's right.
No, I worked, let me see, Jordan. I probably worked until he was around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then I said, why am I doing this? And Madison had gotten a very lucrative contract with Shell Oil.
Yeah.
So there was like no need. So then I became a photographer.
That's right. I mentioned that to the audience, that I wanted to find out about that transition and how that worked out for you.
Yeah, it was a really great transition, and I actually won awards and stuff. And I have my a couple pictures in if only I can remember the name of the city in Spain. And of course, I went there for the museum opening, and it starts with an M, and it's where Antonio Banderas comes from. And
Not,
I'm constantly blocking it.
yeah, it's just it's smaller than Madrid, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
way
down in the
smaller.
south,
Yeah. Oh,
just wonderful.
oh, okay.
And then I kind of I had a big exhibit at the ArcLight Theater Hollywood. They were
Oh,
running
you're
big
kidding.
exhibits
Oh, I wish
because
I'd seen
I
that.
started to do a lot of cultural stuff, and I really got into Day of the Dead.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, and well, it's my birthday too, so I would travel to different places in Mexico, and then I found there's bullfights in outside of Los Angeles.
What?
Yeah. They're Portuguese. I don't know if they're still doing them because everything changed since COVID.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they're basically the Portuguese style where they don't kill the bull, and it's all
Right.
17th century garb. And
Really? Oh
yeah,
man, I
it's
wish I'd seen
really cool.
this.
Really
Oh,
cool. So I was traveling all over California,
yeah,
whenever they were having them.
yeah.
And then, I don't know, stuff slowed down, and I started to do, you do portraiture and stuff. And I hated it because every time someone looks at their picture, they go, ew, I don't look
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
ugly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It just wasn't satisfying.
Yeah.
And then I created this silk chiffon wrap, which I call
Yes.
the Lulu wrap,
Please, yes.
and started to manufacture that. And then that kind of took over.
Yeah, yeah. Did you
And
did you do the initial pictures for your line?
yeah,
Oh, you did. I'll bet, huh?
yeah,
Fun
yeah,
fun stuff, huh?
yeah.
Oh
And
man,
then and here
I've
I am now. My
yeah.
mother has moved into my house. She's demented,
Uh
and
huh.
life has fucking changed like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Well, Virgil passed from FTD, which is frontotemporal dementia. Um,
Oh, wow. I
yeah,
remember hearing that,
yeah,
but how
yeah.
was he really like totally out of
No,
it? Like,
no, no, no. Well, I mean, it is unfortunately the fastest progressing of all of the dementias virtually. A diagnosis, it's like we're talking, well, I don't want to put a time on it, but it's very,
yeah.
very short, comparatively
Oh,
speaking. It is not
wow.
Alzheimer's at all. But
Yeah.
it wasn't a horrifying deterioration. No, my son had a relationship with him, which was
Oh, that's good.
awesome. Yeah, I think was
Yeah.
really the only one that he kind of connected with before he passed, and it happened. It happens quite rapidly, so it's not. I mean, not that that makes it any better, and it did
Right.
last, but it's not something you have to live with for like, you know, seven,
Mm. Yeah.
10, 12 years. Yeah,
Yeah. I think that's where I am
yeah,
with my mom. I mean,
yeah.
she's going to live to at least 100, she said. And she's 96 and a half now.
Oh wow.
And it's like, oh, please.
Yeah.
It's just a lot,
It
It's
is.
just a lot.
Yeah, it's a tremendous lot. It's a tremendous
So
lot. So how are you
that's why
juggling
I've
that
been
with
so crazy with you, and
Oh,
I'm sorry for
oh
that.
please. No, 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 please. I'm just lucky to have you. How is that how are you juggling that with work stuff? Your mom.
Well, that's the thing. I seem to like not be doing, I can't concentrate on anything.
Oh
So it's
no.
like I've kind of let the rap thing go for now. I mean, it's
Oh,
still there. But
okay.
every time I sit down to do something,
Yeah.
it's like I gotta get up and help her do this and
Yeah.
help her do that. So I'm in the process of looking for some
Yeah.
help. Just give
Yes.
me a few hours, a couple days a week.
It's important. Respite.
Yeah,
Respite.
yeah,
Yeah, respite. You have to have
awesome.
when I was working in nonprofit, one of the major grants I used to work for to get government money was respite programs for caregivers. I mean,
Yeah,
it's essential. So more
yeah.
power to you on that end. You know what was weird? I was listening to your voice earlier. Two things, the strangest things pop into your head. I mean, because we
Uh-huh.
were very tight when I was very young,
Yep.
very tight. First, I'm listening to your voice and I'm like, well, first of all, Linda turned me on to David Bowie. And then there was that other time, and it's like that's such a deep dive, Linda. Whoa.
And you turned me onto Broadway show
Oh my
musicals.
God. I'm gonna make that the title of the show. You turned me on to Bowie and I turned you on to Broadway.
Oh, because I remember we put on a musical or something, and
Yeah.
you'd dance around and know every word.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The first album I ever bought was the Pointer Sisters' first album. So go
Oh, that was a
figure.
good one.
Because they were, yeah, bebop. They did nothing
Yeah.
like but that bebop. Yeah. So you're not having to let go of the clothing line entirely. Are you taking a pause or?
Yeah, I'm taking a pause. And another thing that happened is I was filing for trademark.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden I get a letter, cease and desist. And
What?
it turns out that I don't even know why. There's a company, I couldn't fight it. It's way too much money.
Right.
But there's a company called Lulu with a space B.
Hmm.
They're a subsidiary of a big company, and they make like Walmart clothing.
Oh God.
Very much, and I don't. I make that silk chiffon piece that can
I
be worn
know.
multiple ways.
Exactly.
I had to get, so they cease and desist. So I had to get a lawyer,
Ugh.
and then he had to talk to them, and $500 turned into a couple grand, and finally I said, look, I can't afford $60,000 to fight this, and it's ridiculous. They don't count the word design, it turns out. It's too generic.
Oh.
So Lulu Bee Design, which is the name of the company,
Yeah.
was too generic for them, and since theirs went through
Yeah.
before mine, and the interesting thing is I had a graphic.
Yeah.
They just have a written LULU.
That's all?
B.
Oh.
And he said, well, yeah, you can fight it, but it's going to be a lot of money, and these people have a lot of money, and for some reason they don't want you to have it.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
then they wanted me never to use Lulu. I said, fuck them, man.
Oh,
it's my
come
nickname.
on.
No way.
Come on.
And then I can use the Lulu wrap, which
Yes.
is what it is.
Yes.
And so I'll use the Lulu wrap, but I really haven't changed anything. But I guess
Okay.
I can't do any advertising with Lulu B, but I'm not changing my bank account and
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
all that kind of
Of
stuff.
course. Yeah. So it remains.
Yeah, but that threw me for a loop. I mean, it really did. Plus I had to spend money that I didn't really have, and
Plus, you were kind of established by now. I mean,
yes,
Linda,
yes,
I was seeing your raps am I like 10 years ago? Do I want to say no?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I knew it.
yeah.
Wow.
So now I'm just thinking of. It's funny. I woke up yesterday thinking, I had T-shirts and leggings and stuff, and I used to sell a ton of leggings.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get rid of all those, and I think like the extra accessories that you sell is just I have this really cool buckle that I created.
Yeah.
And then just maybe a silk like shorts.
Yeah.
Like underwear that you could wear under it when you decide just to wear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a glorified teddy. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
They are comfortable. Not that I would know, but yeah. You missed those years, Linda.
Talking boy shorts, right?
You missed those years. Thank God.
You did.
Thank
Sorry.
God. I have a picture. I think I sent it to you. I still have it. I screenshot it again today of you on the set of the Crest commercial that got me the part in Fun with Dick and Jane.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't know if you know that. You were helping me out that day on the Crest toothpaste commercial with Arthur O'Connell, the movie star, old movie star. And that commercial that we shot that day, I don't know if you know, but Ted Kotcheff, the comedic director, saw.
He directed Dick and Jane.
Yes, exactly. He saw that Crest commercial that you were on with me and hired me out the gate, sight unseen. I was booked from that commercial straight into Fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah, and I was there for Dick and Jane with you all the time.
Yes, exactly. But I just thought I saw the picture and I'm like, does Linda know that this led to Fun with Dick and Jane?
I didn't know that at all.
Oh my God, you're kidding me. Oh my God, it totally did.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. I mean, Well, that's so rare to have that happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like old Hollywood kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's truly being at the right place and the right time,
I
for
know.
someone to see it.
A commercial? I mean,
Yeah,
come on. What are the odds? Jane Fonda's son. I mean, all you
George
saw was,
Siegel.
what was it
Remember
like?
George Siegel
Yes.
wandering off set all
Yeah.
the time, totally
Yes.
stoned out?
Yeah. Well, there was a lot going on that set. Red
Yeah,
Fox would come to the
yeah.
set. Jane was preparing for coming home that early on. We all.
And Tom Hayden's political career.
Correct. Yes.
She was sitting upstairs in the bedroom calling everyone up to support him, and then they
Yeah.
would come and visit her.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I have a friend who was also her masseuse and stuff,
Yeah.
so she was on the set as well.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the
so,
masseuse. Yeah.
like, sometimes I'd go into Jane's trailer while I was just kind of hanging, waiting for you.
Oh my
It was
God.
interesting.
Oh my God. Really? Her trailer? What was in there?
Her and her makeup and a lot of food. She would keep sending Gita, my friend, out to, wasn't she Dominic's Italian?
Yeah. Dominic's.
Right?
Yeah.
To bring back a whole lot of food, because she was this was before she started the workout
Oh,
thing.
before the word.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that she would walk out of the trailer and say, "Does my ass look too big?"
Oh my God. Are you kidding?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Because I was so
funny.
I was so young. I mean, I wouldn't, if these things had happened to me like you just told me, I would never even remember it. There's only,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I only remember certain, like when I slapped her on the ass, improvisationally in that one scene, little things like that, which he loved. It was funny
Yeah.
on Fun with Dick and Jane. I accidentally, Linda, I don't know if you were like maybe even there, but I accidentally showed up the first day on the set with my tinted glasses, not my regular ones. And
Yeah, the rose colored.
yeah,
ones, right?
yeah. And Ted Kotcheff loved that because it was so like Hollywood, or like LA Kid would have tinted sunglasses, like tinted prescription glasses. And it made it onto the poster.
Oh, really?
The
That's so
tinted
cool.
glasses, yeah. But you knew me back then. I mean, you
I
knew.
knew you back then.
Yeah, if anyone was going to wear tinted prescription glasses, it was going to be me, right?
Yeah. Oh, you were so much fun. You were my little buddy.
I know. What was that guest house you used to have? A lovely guest house, and that's where we used to listen to not Diamond Dogs. Was it? Oh God, with the cigarette, where Bowie's got the cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and oh my God, this really dates both of us. Like, oh my,
I know.
yeah. Anyway, because that album had just come out. So anyway, we won't go there.
But that was a guest house that I lived in on
Yeah.
Almont Drive.
Okay, Alma.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a really cool guest house. And the woman who owned the house in front was, I think, even knew your mom, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and I think she came from the advertising end.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then she
Laurel
went to New
Halverstadt?
York, and her
Laurel Halverstadt.
Huh?
Laurel Halverstadt?
Yes.
I knew it. This is great in
How
action.
do you remember that?
I don't know. These things crawl out of my head. Like I have no idea where that came from. But now you said advertising. That's what triggered it. Yeah.
Yeah. And she went back to New York, and her dumbass brother stayed in the house, and I don't know if you know this, but he planted marijuana behind the guest house.
Where,
And this was way before it was
yeah.
legal.
Yeah.
right? And it grew tall, and
Oh.
apparently they were having helicopters fly around
Yeah.
to spot that. So I had just come off of a Stevie Wonder video. It was like 40 hours of filming.
Yeah.
I got home, took off my clothes, got into bed, and within hours there was banging at the door.
What?
The
They
door was
raided?
open, and it was the squad.
Yeah.
Whatever
The
you
pot
call it.
squad.
There was like 6 of them around me, like I'm this major criminal, and
Oh
I'm
my God.
screaming at them, "Get the hell out of here! I'm not dressed. Who do
Yeah.
you think you are?"
Yeah.
So and they had two Dobermans. Laurel had two Dobermans.
Yes,
when
she
left.
did. Oh my God, that's right.
They're screaming at me to get rid of the dog. I said, they're not my dogs. I'm like really pissed now. I said, you need to get out so I can get dressed. I got dressed.
Right.
And I went outside, and there was a good cop and there was a bad cop.
Yeah, of course.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And they looked through my place. I had like 3 joints. Oh
no.
But they went through all the flour, all the salt, all the sugar, everything.
Yeah, the powdered sugar.
And then, I said, this isn't my house. This isn't my marijuana growing, So they arrested the guy.
Right. Oh, God.
Brother, and chopped it all down. And, so they charged him with hundreds of pounds. And then by the time it all dried, it was like next to nothing.
Oh,
he
my
probably
God.
got off. I had to go to court for having a joint or two.
Oh my God, that's right. This
is ridiculous. Just go.
Yeah.
That was that.
But that was back when a roach would get you busted.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. How times have changed. Now we're driving around with ounces of it in our trunk, Linda.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Just as long as you don't have brown skin.
Well, yeah, exactly. Nowadays we won't even go there. It's horrifying.
Really?
But I mean, think about the amounts, and then think about, well, how it was back then. I mean, my dad was always telling me, well, we won't go there, but he would describe to me about how police planted stuff in people's cars. And, and hey, you know what? I was going to say half of it, but anyway, yeah. So you were talking, when you're talking about Stevie Wonder, was it production work? Yeah.
I was a producer. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
We were doing a video with him.
Wow, which one?
Oh God, do I remember?
Yeah.
No. I remember he had the piano, he was playing, and the interesting thing was that his assistant and I were sitting together, just hanging, they're filming.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder.
I don't know what happened, but we started talking. She said, well, where did you grow up? I said, Philadelphia. She said, oh, I did too. And then she said, what schools did you go to? And I told her Lamberton Elementary and Bieber Junior High. And she went, you're fucking kidding me. I went to Bieber Junior High.
What?
It turns out her name was Stephanie Anderson.
Yeah.
And she sat like next to me to the left, I guess in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Bernstein.
Yeah.
And it turns out that she remembered an outfit that I had.
Oh my God.
We were hysterical. I mean, how many years later?
Yeah,
right?
I know. How many?
Really?
So she worked with him? No, she was
his assistant.
Oh, assistant. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And that was the only video you did with him, right?
I think yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you doing commercial and video production up until recently?
A pretty long time. Let's see.
Because I figured it was a while. Decades, right?
When was your mom styling? Because, this is how it started.
Yes, I know.
She started to have me as her assistant.
Everybody.
And then people that, I think she couldn't do a job.
No.
But there were people like from Lacey that she used.
Emily Lacey, oh my God.
It,
ancient casting director, production company. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I asked her mom if it was okay. She got really pissed off.
What? About what?
Because it's like, it would be like losing her clientele. And I said, well, we could partner up.
Yeah, right. With Liz?
But she didn't want to do that.
No, it's not her style.
I'm not going to turn down the job, and I was up front, so I did the job. And so I started styling, and then Lee and I got along really well. And then after a year or two, he said, you should produce. And so that started. So that was definitely like late
70s.
80s, right?
I would say early 80s probably?
Yeah, I think it may even have started like in
79.
The late 70s, I was assisting her.
I think that by 79 you were doing styling, if not assisting her, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started to produce.
And that was, good God, you've been producing for decades upon decades.
Yeah, that's why I stopped.
Oh, well, okay, there you go. How's your pension doing? No.
Yeah, I, I just pulled a whole lot of money out and put it into money market because I think that the stock market's going to go down again.
Yeah,
The war, the
yeah,
tariffs, who the hell knows?
yeah. You never know. How is the photography? Is it in limbo? What's up with that?
Yeah, it's in limbo.
Yeah,
I'm like, I need inspiration. I think there's been so much that's come down,
yeah, yeah,
that I'm just a workhorse right now,
yeah,
making sure I'm getting everything in its place.
yeah,
And then I figure I'm just open, something's going to happen, and we'll start all over again.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's the day and age where we can't, like in the 70s, you can't just sort of be at peace with stuff and surrender it up and let it go. There's no time for that. But
Yeah,
but not that
really.
it's funny. But no, yeah. So it's an inspiration thing, huh? Just not feeling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I'm really affected by what's going on in
Yeah.
the world and the government. It's
Yes.
really pissing me off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the happiest moments was last Saturday because in where I live,
Yes.
down in Studio City,
Yeah.
it was
Oh.
huge. It was
Oh. A
huge.
rally.
So many people were out,
Oh,
blocks and blocks
good.
and blocks. It was
Pretty.
like far out. There are real people who care.
Yeah. And this is Studio City, correct?
Yes, Studio
Oh,
City. It was
wow.
amazing.
Ventura Boulevard, or what they take
Yeah, it
over?
was because I live in Laurel Canyon. So
Yeah,
I went down Laurel Canyon, parked somewhere,
yeah,
walked down. As I'm walking towards Ventura,
yeah.
the drums are playing and people are screaming and horns are
Really?
blasting. And it was like six deep, all sides of the street.
Oh
Across the
my
street,
God.
people were walking across the street. There were no cops, which was brilliant.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
had people helping, so the cars, didn't run over people and
Yeah,
could wait a little bit extra.
yeah.
And it went for blocks and blocks. It almost went towards Whitsett,
Yeah,
to the west,
yeah.
and
West
it
Side.
went down another block towards where CBS used to be on the
On
right
the
or the
right.
east.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
It was great.
Wow. Now are you still on Willow Glen?
Yep.
You're still there, that lovely house to the left.
Then
Ooh.
my geodesic dome house.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Lovely. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I want to say, like, I'm so glad you're still there. I mean, are you happy there, or
It's a great place.
it looks
I
great?
just can't think of where else I want to go. Now, my
Yeah.
son is in San Francisco and he's dying for us to come up there.
Oh,
But
expensive.
it's expensive everywhere.
Well,
And,
true. LA,
and
yeah.
he's really into making lots of money by doing a lot of little things. So real estate, he owns
Yeah.
a bar or two and that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Oh my
So he
God.
keeps sending me, like we could buy this
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
don't like it up there.
no. Well, no. I
No.
mean, we're Cali. I mean, I don't know. It's Frisco's for, I don't know. I shouldn't say Frisco. They hate that. But yeah, I mean, oh, by the way, I do try to wrap this up, keep it inside of a half hour. So, but you and I are going to talk offline, because one thing I wanted to throw out there is my book is dropping, hopefully within the week. And I'm going to be going to LA to do a book reading.
Oh,
And I think my son's coming.
great.
So
Definitely let me know.
yes, I will when we're there, and maybe wouldn't that be great? We could all meet, and
I would love it.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, Lynn, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to wrap things up here. I know you've got a million things going on at home, and I want to thank you especially for cutting some time out for me, which was, I know, a crazy day for you, to talk with us. And it's like, I wanted to get it. Well, anyway, we'll do it offline, because I want to find out more about your days with the kibbutz, because that
Oh,
is
yeah.
one thing that was carved into my mental plate, but we don't have time for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another time.
Yes,
Love
definitely.
You. We'll talk
Love
soon.
you, sweetheart. And
Okay.
we'll touch base soon, okay?
Perfect.
Okay,
Yep,
love.
you take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
you too. Bye-bye. Wow, that was really special for me. I didn't, well, anyway, I thought that, I don't know, I guess on the title I'll put, Stevie Wonder and all these other things I didn't expect to talk about. But there you go. Fascinating woman. Goes very, very, very far back with me. And we just, in so many directions, all the stories. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for joining me today, and more to come, more to follow soon. Okay. So love you, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye.